And we're back. Are we? Are we back? Thought we were back. Yeah, there we go. Stream's back. Okay. I just updated OBS like last time. It just keeps crashing. It's fantastic, I tell you. But yeah, I've done some thinking. Like, you may have heard me cut off rather abruptly, but long story short, I don't think we can really play this. I think it's going to be live a lot less often than Regulus. It's very close, though. If we get some good plants to play, this will be worth putting in. And then we have, you know, a couple Therians, which is great. Cosmo Goodwitch might go in the near future, but for the moment we're leaving it off. And I also say Cosmo Goodwitch might go in the future, because we have a ship to tag into. Granted, we have to get the ship in hand first, but this is a 2800 beat stick which cannot be targeted and gives us life points. So, you know, that's something. And if we did somehow get this out first, then we can float into Cosmo Goodwitch. So there's a little bit of synergy there. But I guess more importantly, actually, I said at the end of the last stream I was probably going to try and fiddle around with some decks. I put together this little list of things to watch, noted down mainly as like one card things, like we've got this to watch because we're starting to get Therians, we're gathering 6 Samurais and a general warrior pile. We've got a surprising amount of Earthbound Immortal stuff. This is a solid ritual monster, like we've got Chaos stuff, Dynamist, you know, bits and bobs, like 7 Axis, I guess. We've got Alistair. Maybe there's something to, you know, work with on that. We've got an amount of Mecha Phantom Beast. We're starting to get Crusaders, which are just generic extender material. At least. Yeah, they are just generic extenders. And they've got extra effects. Huh. But yeah, this is a little list of things to watch over that I constructed. Then we have the old deck list that is just machine, where I've chucked in pretty much every machine. It needs to be narrowed down a little bit. But this is machine.deck. Oh, is this in? No. Okay. And there are a few cards which are non-machines which should be in the deck. Like, this is probably just a very good staple card. And were there others? There maybe used to be others, but there don't look to be others at the moment. Extra deck is a lot of non-machines. So that's our possible machine deck that we've got lined up, which we might, you know, have a play around with. And then we've also got warriors. I haven't really picked the accessories for these that much, which has a couple, you know, extra of the cards which are just, you know, not quite in theme, but they're good cards. Now, where is it? This is rota for a lot of warriors that we have, actually. This is a fire warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and what is it, level 5 or lower? So yeah, we've got like rota for a good 7 cards. That's pretty good. And then this allows us to special summon a fire warrior from hand as a tuner, so it helps us get into our synchros. This is actually a decent attack synchro or tuner monster. And then you've got a whole load of like other small things that are just kind of neat. Like, this does piercing. Your opponent can only activate 1 spell trap per turn. This is just anti-Ubel, because you don't even get to damage calc, you just destroy the monster. And granted, it lets them turbo through their deck, but what if you just, like, run through absolutely everything? At least that's the thought I have going on behind it. It's probably not good enough. We have, like, a slightly quicker way to get rank 4s on the field with this guy. And we have a reborn for exactly battle in boxes, which is 1, 2, and 3 here. So there's a few kind of like neat things about this, but I don't think it's... I'm not quite sure that it's the thing to go with yet, which is why I think we're still probably just sticking with the main list that you saw a few moments ago, probably just sticking with this one. Now, It also might be worth actually trading these guys out for some Crusaders. I've got a lot to think about. And also, he is definitely, unfortunately, a fun-off. I like playing him, but he has not come up as often as I'd like him to. I could make him come up more often by adding in the Mech Lord's spell, but I don't think he's quite that good. I probably will have to end up cutting him. Anyway, without further ado, let's actually get into some Plat 5 dueling, because time is short. We have tonight to win as much as we can in Plat, and then we're back down in gold. Because today is October 31st, and the rank reset is literally, I don't know, maths, hold on. 6 hours, 24 minutes from now. What if become machine and no monster effects? Hope you're all doing well, by the way, chat. It is once again the end of a day of work, and we're just trying to chill out. There is not much that's new since last time. John and I have now... Yeah, we're actually up to the point where the next film we watch in the MCU is Endgame. Last film we watched was Captain Marvel, which is, I gotta admit, better than I remember, but still don't like the character as much as I'd like to. It's a lot of the other characters in the film that feel a little bit better. Three card extra. Could be a few things. And what else? In terms of work, I had a fight with a metal floor panel for a Corsa. I went down to reach some other bits and bobs, and I punched it. Call it a draw. It managed to cut me, and, you know, it is what it is. My hand hurts a little. Drytron. I don't like where this is going. But it's called, they're called bad. They can't possibly be good, you know. And it's going against, like, their exact, definitions. I don't know if we can beat a full Drytron combo, but we don't have, like, the worst of things. I need to read the boss monsters. We have. Cannot be targeted with spell traps. You can destroy all spell traps if you ritual summon it with 2 or less. Cannot target with monster effects. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish monsters from your graveyard to target one face-up monster target. I believe this can be targeted. Yep. We need to normal summon this, special summon Regulus probably. But the thing is, Drytrons are kind of hyper-consistent once they're in the graveyard. I think that's kind of the end game. And we kind of lost the fact that, well, we just lost Inspector Board that they were playing Raigeki. And they drew it. I don't think we'll be able to rank up, but we can give it our best shot. I do need to actually make a little video for the channel that says I'm not dead, I'm just pondering what content I need to, you know, make first. Because I have the whole Dark Souls Fists and Faith playthrough that's just kind of sitting there, unedited footage. Huh. Fuck it. What are you on? That's not going to do it, my friend. Predator plant. What if they weren't plants? What if I looked at the top of your deck and gave you max C for turn, And we set. And... I don't know, set. There we go. Bored. I will give them max C for, you know, what else am I going to do? What else are they going to do? I don't actually know what the Predaplant, like, boss monsters do. I know they've got, like, negates, but it's, let's see. Yeah, that's to do with monsters. That's a monster thing. Cool. I was reading. Excuse me. Monster... Negate summon... cool. Card or effect. Okay, so that's like it. That's their only, like, spell trap thing. I don't know if this, like, changing into machines actually does anything. I don't think it does anything for the fusions. I think they all need, like, darks. Predaplant, dark and a fusion. Predaplant, yeah, no. So that's not doing anything. But we could trap hole or spikes them. It's an option. Okay. So one face-up monster. Yep, that's a monster thing. It's fine. How do they get into the actual, like, the card or effect one, though? Dark fusion plus a fusion. So they can't currently make it. And if this card is destroyed, destroy as many monsters as possible. Then you can banish a level 8. They don't have a level 8. Activate this. I don't know why it didn't ask me if I wanted to activate Metaverse at end of main phase, you know? Need your toggles. And we will activate Dark Sanctuary. There we go, look at that, you can't summon it. I don't know how much the engine is online offline, but I do know I'm winning. Okay, we can't summon that. So we're going to set, we're going to activate this, we're going to brick them again. Yeah, triple tactics is not doing anything. They can summon Max C, but, like, I don't know what else. Okay, they set a mystery card. That's fine. It's obviously not doing anything, so I could stack it to the top of the deck. We set, and we activate this again. We take a look and see what's changed. What's the new card? Do you want to discard that Max C to stop it from bugging you? Super Poly. Yeah, how are you gonna Super Poly my shit? You're not. I will simply summon over my Penguin Soldier next turn. There's no... Well, you can't Super Poly face down. So you can Super Poly my face up monsters, but you're not going to. Brilliant. So let's summon this and put it here, just for sake of argument. We're not going to do anything with it, it's just here. Place a predator counter. Oh dear, it's a level 1. That's not important, not in the slightest. You get to send a predator, you know, or predaplant monster from your deck to the grave, but I don't know what that's going to do for you. They're taking a long time to think about their predator monster. Predaplant monster. Okay. This card is sent to the graveyard or added to because you can add a face-up pendulum from your extra deck. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, stack deck. Yeah, we'll just keep it going. Wait. Yeah, I won't. It's fine. It's not the attack thing. And they have exactly this turn. If they don't set the max C, they lose. Because what's that? You're going to super poly my machine. Oh, they could actually. Two monsters with same type, different attribute. Okay, that's fine. Again, this is fine. What are you doing? I guess they've just, you know, got nothing. That was the play. I don't know what this other card in the hand could be. Nor do I really care. Cause your opponent to break. Win. This Goddess Oracle is really good. We got a legacy pack for that. Nice. Which means 2 duels in and we've actually got something to do. Good stream. Very good stream. Big success. We should end it here. Place your bets. Are we going to play either of these cards? It's a Fire Warrior, which means it's searchable. But that's not an effect. I mean, it's a rank 4, but it's Pyros. This is, like, recently okay, but in anything where it's not constructed, it's just so much worse. Apologies if you guys can hear fireworks, by the way. They may or may not have been going on in the background, I'm not completely sure. Anyway, we're in Platinum, so you know what that means. 2 Master Packs. And that is a spellcaster. Does it fusion? No. Spell counter things. It might be good. That's our second copy plan, apparently. That's a good tuner monster. That's just a free special summon level 2. I think that's what we're playing now. Like, we're definitely cutting, like, the Necro Fleur for this. This is good. If face-up Dragon's Synchro you control is tributed or banished. There is a chance we have a Dragon Synchro. Yeah, we can't make that. That is expanding our Vampire collection. That's not terrible. That's our second Titanic Moth, and I don't think we can do anything with that. Right, now before we go back to deck edit, because we will immediately put that one in, let's have have a look at what this next pack might offer us. Okay, started with the wrong card, but that's not really going to be playable. Violon is difficult to play constructed, from what I understand. And we are not constructed. I don't know if you've guessed this. We are not playing constructed. You see, oh, that's a warrior. It's not a fire warrior, so we can't actually rotor for it, but it's interesting. Pendulum Reborn, we don't really have enough pendulums. That's just a synchro monster. We can make this. Discard a BA. We don't have enough playable BAs to justify that effect. If destroyed, we can draw a card, and it's a 2500. We might just play that. What's the first? Samsara. That's pretty cool. Like, it's a 2600 defender, and it's a bit of an awkward level, I think, but I think we just play it, right? And a Simorg. We're not playing this. Winged Beast decks tend to require too much stuff specifically invested into them. They're so specific. But okay, let's go to our deck and change out that one card at the very least. Where are you? So yeah, this does have level modulation, but we don't have a wind synchro, and it is a normal summon. This is a special summon. It's 700 damage, but it is a special summon. Let's see, we have target face opponent monster loses 2400. We haven't ever made that. We've made this once. We've made this once and lost. I can't quite remember. We could, in theory, summon this. We can now, in theory, summon this, but realistically, I don't know. Each monster in the graveyards, we might. It might be that beat stick territory we need. We're really lacking in the generic link pool. I think we cut these and just put both of these in. That feels good to me. And are we in fact cutting the War Rocks? We have, let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, but you need to draw this plus a warrior, or plus an Earth Warrior. I think we're cutting these guys. And I'm pretty sure we should probably just put Cosmo in. This is also like a neat little card, by the way, because we have a fairly easy to make rank 4. But the problem is, the condition is that we can make a rank 4 before this is on the field. And it's better when you can repeatedly make rank 4s, which we can't really do. I think, let's see, that's our high tuner, that's our low. We can, okay, we can make this. It's a very specific monster. I think Grinnell's condition is good, but it's also like really easy to just, I don't want to cut him, but I'm going to cut him. I think instead we will actually play the Forerunner. Keeps the machine count up, gives us another big beat stick, makes the Good Witch potentially better. On to the next duel. Deck has changed. We're actually, you know, making changes, which is nice. It would have been awful to just keep winning up here and then, you know, getting nothing to change any of the decks that we have on offer, really. Right. 15 and 40. So possibly just an actual deck. Maybe not. I don't... You know, we can look at their deck. We got 2 legacy packs for that. Match history. What do? Burn. Burn, not quite FTK, but, you know. You know, given the fact that we had Fairy Wind, one of their ways to do it is with this. And with these on the field, like, I'm not saying we had it. We probably didn't. But that was not necessarily the least winnable duel we had. Anyway, wow, it feels like we've... It's been so long. It's been 5 years. Right, what do we got? We have Disc Fighter. That is... I don't know, anti-Super Heavy Samurai, but the thing is, in Master Duel, people don't play pure, so probably not. That's part of our chain deck that doesn't exist. Part of the level 7 kind of Axis thing. And part of the zombie pile, which we really don't have enough of. Although I guess it's helpful for the vampires. Like, we're getting a small amount of vampires, but enough that you should probably pay attention to it. Ooh. Extra special first pack. And Altergeist support. We don't have enough Altergeist. That's the second Good Witch. We're playing it. It increases the chance that we can actually get our other Cosmo out. And it's still Buckamoon on legs, level 4. More Mechlord stuff. We have exactly 2 Mechlord monsters. We have Grenell, and we have Army Obligato. So this is not playable. Let's see. Yep, nope. Another Dragoonity. When a monster equipped with this destroys opponent's by battle, you can add a level 4 or lower monster with the same type and attribute as the monster this card is equipped to. That's good searching, but currently our equip is a 2100 beat. That is the second cross-dimensional duel we have. Yatagarasu. I mean, I might just play that. That's, like, really good. If you can, like, scold to make sure that, like, if they have any draw cards in hand, they can't draw anything good. And then, you know, I think I will. It's funny. Pack number 2. What do we got? We got another shiny. All monsters your opponent controls must attack if able. That's tempting to play for that line of text alone. Oh, we got a Yosenju card. We got a couple spells, but we don't have any monsters until this one, I guess. If you control another Yosenju card, you can add a Yosenju Pendulum, so not usable just yet. Well, you have... I don't think we can really play that. Infernity, like, as a deck is good, but you have to, like, in sealed it's not, because you're in a losing position. Like, typically. Huh. It doesn't Cyberse lock us. It is a tuner, and it can be used for other things. Granted, it benefits Synchro or... We got a Royal Rare, guys. It's not my favourite. Like, not by a long shot, but you know what this means? One additional pack of this boy's pack. He's so pretty. Right. Awakening. Yes, we want to go to this. Awakening of the Ancients. We got our first Royal Rare. Let's see what the pack holds. And it is only one bonus pack. Doesn't matter what rank we are. But that's still a bonus pack where 4 of these cards are all from the same kind of thing. They could be Guardians, but they could also just all be artifacts. Crush Card Virus. Like, that is... Oh, wait, yeah, no, I forget. The Crush Card is not a good one. We don't have Assault Mode, but that is really good to have. If this card you can click 1500. It doesn't have any way to boost itself, it's just saying if you do... Oh. Okay, well, this is a big beat stick and enables our rank 8 kind of idea. So that's fun. And if we... Yeah, because we can discard a monster, you know, using its effects, so that's kind of neat. The... Oh, what is it? The Cyber Dragon requires light machines. The artifacts are fairies. That's kind of... that's interesting. During your opponent's turn, if it's destroyed, special it, and during either player's turn, you can return special. That's okay, so that's in, like, anti-destruction. Oh, we apparently already had an Aegis. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, they cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. They can still be killed. And that's probably our first playable Megamorph, actually. Because I believe the other ones... Well, actually, can we... No, we can't check here. I'll have a quick look in the deck, but I think that Megamorph... Oh wait, can dismantle too. No, we can use both of those. Huh. But look at it. I mean, do we play it? Your opponent cannot banish cards. What does that help us against? Against Fluwanderees, against Ritual Beasts. Not really against Blue Eyes. It does against Dark Magician, kind of. Let's just take a quick look at what artifacts we have. Okay, it's exactly these guys. And we have 2 of this, apparently. Now, we don't have stuff to really destroy our... Well, we have 1 to destroy spell traps, but that's during our turn exclusively. So, that's not going to help us out any. This card... So, yeah, we could just discard a card to, like, destroy and special summon Aegis, but there's not really a point to that, I don't think. Yeah, I said this was just going in, because that's a second Buck of Moon on legs, and it helps make this a little bit more live more often. Let's see. A couple of aces has been good to us. But let's see, what does it help us make now? Helps us make the 6s. Oh, it helps us make this, which we haven't summoned yet. We could, like, in theory, summon this, and this, I guess... okay, no. This does lock us into synchros if we do that. Good to know. This is a 2, though. You can lock your opponent for a draw phase and then just Xyz using it. Diameter is limited. Interesting. Target level 4 Silas in your graveyard, spec it, but it cannot activate its effects. Okay, so that does rely on us getting exactly this guy first. For we aren't playing another Cybers that's a level 4 or lower. I kind of want to cut a couple cards, but I'm not quite sure what. This is good. It has come up. Being able to normal summon a 2300 beat stick is just still good. And it's pseudo-imperm. Specifically for the MZ columns. Maybe the Time Lord. It does mean that we then can't summon this, but I think that's not such a bad thing. There's not really any links we can play that are better. Like, we cut a couple simply because they just don't come up. Is there anything else cut? We keep this in because it can be used to make this. And that is pretty good reason, along with the fact that these two are then pendulum scales for a good chunk of the deck at this point. Oh, and if it's tributed, we can place it in the pendulum zone. It's kind of neat. We don't have either of the horns of heaven. No. No, we do not. Additional tuners is just kind of nice, so that's why I was wondering about this. But I don't think we do play it. We probably should just play this. But what over? The third marshmallow? This is the same level, it can be set. Shoot this card from your hand or field. The thing is, the back row is good because your opponent is primarily focused on a monster lineup. Like, a lot of cards are monster negates or monster targeting things. I know this is also a monster, but if you take a look at, like, the rest of these. What do we have, Cyberse? No. Let's just look at type. We have a few things, but not much outside of the original structure deck. We have basically from here to here, plus one of these. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that there are two of them in here, and we've pulled one. So, that's level 4 or lower, that's level 4 or lower. Can't summon itself. Oh, okay, we got this and that as well, I guess. But yeah, I don't think there's any reason. Right. Next version of the deck, we should probably still find like a link monster to just fill it out for the sake of it. Oh, we can't summon 3s anymore. There are a lot of changes that, you know, you need to make and just kind of keep on top of. Let's see. I mean, we can make this, we can put this back in, but I don't know what it does. Can we even make the Harpy click that we still had in? I don't think we can. We can't play this. We could play this, but it's not going to do anything. This we can't. So we can't play those 3. That one's already there. And then we can't... hold on. That I don't think... Yeah. That needs to be bookmarked. Why are you not bookmarked? Because these guys are all part of that deck. So we can't play those, anyway. Mayakashi's Beast Warrior and All Winged Beast. I think that does not apply in the slightest. We've got this. Nope. That's Fairy. The other one's a Beast. We've got... That's a Fiend. Yeah, I'm really showing off my Yu-Gi-Oh! Knowledge at the moment. We got this. That's Appliancer. That's Waters, which we are... Yeah, we don't have any of, really. We're not playing any Glad Beasts. We can summon that. 2 heroes, waters, Gokis, effects. We'll just see if there's anything that's better suited in the Synchro or Xyz lineup. There probably isn't, but you might as well check. Other cards you control, okay. Wait, how are we doing for 6s? We're not. We're relying on multiple extra decks. We could in theory make this. I don't think it's going to happen, but we could. Hello, we have someone in chat. How do? How is one this eve, this day, whatever it may be for you? And we can make this, but there's not a huge point. Doing well. We've just received a couple new... Well, we're doing a Master Duel Masochist challenge, if you don't know what that entails. We started by opening 10 packs of the Master Pack, and every win we get 1 pack, and there's a couple extra rewards here and there. We are a few streams into it, to say the least, at the moment. This is the third... I think the 3rd month of actually playing it, with the 3rd month ending in just under 4 hours. And it still looks like a pile of cards, but it is becoming a more functional pile of cards. Although that's not doing anything. We're not summoning that. And we technically have enough in the extra deck, so we could put that in, but for what end? That'll do. That's our... I think I changed the name of it. You do know about the Masochist Challenge. Sweet. At the moment, yeah, our collection is not looking great. We have, like, possibly a machine deck if I could learn to cut some cards. Oh, wait, hold on. Where is he? What type is he? He is a machine. Pop in. And anything else that just goes in here at the start. Maybe the second Good Witch. This list will be cut down eventually, but it's more like, you know, just keeping track of things. We got the beginnings of something warrior related, but it's not quite good enough. The payoff is, like, finding Shien, but we don't have enough 6 Sams. So it's just, he's here. We've also got this guy who's just unaffected by spells. And this is kind of my little list of things to look out for. Because we've got, like... We've got a weird amount of some things. Like, let's just quickly... Like, that's a significant amount of Earthbound cards. Are they good? No, not in the slightest, and we have barely any playable field spells, but it's the sort of thing, if we start getting maybe, like, a couple field spells, or a couple ways to swarm, so we can just tribute summon a big guy, it might become slightly viable. And likewise, I think the next biggest thing is probably Vampire. But yeah, we've got like this little collection of Vampire cards. So there are things we're trying to keep track of and just hoping that we lock into, you know, building towards. But it's probably not happening. Anyway, we're in Plat 5 at the moment. And I'm using the same rule set as Hardleg Joe. Which means I can do the proficiency test from gold rank and up. We're at 6, and I think I'm not doing it for a while because we need to fusion summon. Xyz summon we can do, we haven't really been doing it, but it's a lot easier than fusion summoning for us. And because we're in Platinum, we get 2 packs per win instead of 1 pack. And at the moment, we're on a, what, 2 duel win streak? Yeah, two duel win streak, and we might actually rank up on this one. I don't know, there's a chance. At the moment, we've been doing alright this stream, actually. Like, we've had a few losses, yes, but it's not been that bad. Although the last duel, the one that prompted us to take that little break, it was just someone who surrendered because I assume we went first and they were on a burn FTK and they just didn't want to... They didn't want to bother with that. And likewise, I'm not sure if I want to bother with whatever plays Bestials, because that's normally Branded or Centurion, and I can't really beat either of them. Speaking of... this would have been good, but it's not Max C, it's Pseudo. I'm so envious of these people and their royal res. It has taken me, like, months, many pack openings to get one royal rare. It's from the artifact pack. I got Lancia. Which isn't a bad card, but it doesn't really combat anything right now. It's not something that I think is a must-have. Maybe it is, and maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way. I'm torn, but I don't think I need to sit through this. Check decks. New button. Unfortunately, I like this big red button. Which means we're not ranking up. And it means we now need another 2 wins to rank. I would stick it out, but there's not much entertainment in sticking out against, like, full Centurion combo. Unless you like watching people suffer. That's supposedly what the Masochist challenge is. I've been having a strangely good time with it, though. That's a cool field. That's awesome. I haven't seen that before. That's hype. Let's see. What is it? You cannot normal or special summon except for fairies. Okay. We will... This is psychic, and it's a... Okay. We'll just fire it. Good news. They're on a Masochist deck. At the start of each battle phase, if there are more cards, this card gains equal to the difference times 300. Either that or it's a gimmick. If you don't have any monsters, then that's going to stop it. We simply put this here. 2100 defense wall. Okay. Interesting card to put on the field. Sure. You got some Mech Lords in there? You got an Unchained monster in your hand? Neither. He just wanted to do it. Well, one of the... Okay, it's a bot. One of those is definitely Mage Power. Hey! Hold on. Hold on. Yes! Let's go. We got the almighty combo. Attack. Survive. I don't know what they have, but you will... Not if I banish first. And now we get to special summon this. But they're taking the damage because they activated a card effect. Oh no. Why does that not work? Sad times. What do you have against that? Oh, Digger Destiny, okay. Wait, what order did I stack their deck? That order. Main 2. This is possibly a problem. They can have Threatening Roar. During your standby phase, damn. That is, how many cards? 11 card difference? That's a couple cards. We did put a second... I'm pretty sure we put another Good Witch in the deck, so we do float, but they do kill this. What are they equipping? Are they equipping its trap? Yeah, that's the right move. The bot can play some. Okay, that's fine. Effect. Now you can crash if you want to. They want to. Huh. It's until the end of the turn. So when this card goes to the graveyard... Oh, wait, no, that's it. That's fine. We activate this. What do we need? Your opponent cannot target it. It cannot be destroyed. Oh, I gave them Threatening Roar. Of course I did. Let's see. What did I give them after Threatening Roar? What did I give them after Threatening Roar? I don't know. But we can't attack anyway. Just stack the deck. Rush recklessly isn't the difference it's going to be. It's going to be... yeah, those things. We'll set this over here. They've got a good few cards. And it's a few cards too many for my liking. Okay, they set it. Cool. Now what? You succeed, of course. Oof. Does this do original attack anyway? Half the current attack? No. Well, I need to get a monster. That's not a monster. But what it is... I gave them... Man, you really do just have to make a mental note. Swords of Revealing Light is not going to do anything right now, so we'll say Swords. And we will not activate this. We will just... They will simply lose the coin toss. They will take a stupid amount of damage. That's the game plan. We've got 2 coin toss cards in the deck. They have probably won us as many games as they have lost. That's fine. We can take this hit, even if they boost. It's a big hit, but we can take it. But so can they. I love this card. Like, I have been tempted to just put it in a TCG deck for several, you know, just the odd time. Ah, that's very tempting. I gave them Smashing Ground because I don't control anything. We just keep stacking their deck. Okay, no. Now we're in a pickle. They can't... As long as we keep flipping heads. Just flip heads. We need one monster and we can out this thing. I know it only gets stronger and we only out it for a turn, but we only need to out it for one turn. They're setting them. I don't need to set them. It just makes it vulnerable to, like, Duster, or MST, or Twin Twisters. Ah, okay. Right. I can take this coming attack. And I know I can take it because I get to see what they put on the top of the deck. This is all the high-level monsters. On the other hand, if this goes wrong... This isn't doing anything anyway. I have to give them Raigeki. We are being cooked by a level 3 0 attack monster. They only need to succeed 2 coin tosses, and they win. We only need to succeed 2 coin tosses, and we win. The stakes are exactly equal, and they choose not to even attack. Well, that's just funny. Did I give them another threatening roar? I don't think I did. We're going to target this, we're going to give it some attack. We're going to summon. We're then going to... let's see. Yeah. That's fine. We then activate. Pitch this. Bounce the column. Activate this. And that's the end of the game. There you go. A little bit of a grind. Drawing exactly all of the stuff we don't want to draw. At least not in that matchup. I'm curious about whether that was just a Masochist deck or whether they're playing... No. That's not going to be a Masochist deck. They probably built this like that. Or if it is a Masochist deck, that's insane. But no, I think they just built this like that. Interesting deck. Fun duel. A little bit tense, but fun. No legacy packs. But we do have 2 master packs because we're in Platinum. And that's our second ninja tool, apparently. We should probably put that in the warrior deck. That's our second thing that requires spell counters. That's our second Abyss Stingray. That's our second Super Strident. I don't know if we have the target. Not that it's worth doing. I don't think we have particularly good low-end dragons. We faced Dry Troll earlier, but we don't have any ourselves. That is a ninja. That goes in the warrior deck. We have a few ninjas in the warrior deck. I like that. That's good. Not an amazing pack, but, you know, interesting. What have we got? Rank 7. Level 3. Special, cannot special from the extra except for insects. But it is just a level 3 special summon. And it can make a second attack during each battle phase. We might play it. This is another artifact. Except we can't trigger it. It can recycle a monster from grave. It's a level 8. While we control a fiend. That's good. This is a good card. I don't know if we have any, I don't know if we're playing fiends. That's terrible. That one is terrible. Is he treated as Visa's Starfrost? It's only while on field, I'm pretty sure. We don't have water. And we're not playing Sulphur Cord. But those are 3 cards to look at. Let's have a look at what we're actually playing at the moment. This one. Right, we have... So that's 1 fiend. 2. 3 fiends. Yeah, we only have 3 fiends, so the Fair Welcome is not quite as good. I don't think it goes in. What else was I on about? I was about this and this. This doesn't have its own summon, and there's no guarantee that our opponent removes our back row. There have been plenty of games where it just sits there, regardless of whether it's threatening or not. And this being a level 3 special that can attack twice, it is a wind monster, which works out for the harpy monster we have, except that that is a winged beast and we're locked into insects for the turn. Helps us out with the... well, it could help us out with the rank 3, but it's an aqua. Let's see... I guess... yeah, like, it just... if it were a rank lower, it'd help with this. As it is, I don't think we play it. Right. Can we actually rank up? We might be able to. If we can get into Plat 4 tonight, that's a huge win. Doesn't matter if it's a bit like lucky matchups or, you know, anything like that. It's for the sake of we've managed to rank up in Platinum. That's going to feel great. That's not a terrible hand, but our opponent is going first, so Shared Ride is less than preferable. But we do have Cosmo Good Witch, which is Bug Moon. We have something to keep them... I was about to say something to keep them bricked. This is branded. Why would branded brick? Please answer me a wise artifact. Okay, they activated. If fusion you control would be destroyed. What if fusion would be flip face down? What if you have just bricked? You know? Stop that. You're not revealing Grand Guignol. Do not. That's not necessarily a starter. Yeah, they just kind of have it now, don't they? What can we do? We can normal summon this, have it probably banished. We need to just find, I guess, a Luba. Find our way to Fallen About As. Yeah, probably banished, realistically. They're taking their sweet time to do it, but I think we just lose this. From your deck or extra deck? You foolish from the extra, right? Yeah. Sure. Let's see. If monster is special summoned by your opponents. By your opponent's activated monster effect, you can banish this card from your field or grave. Special Dogmatica. What are you thinking about? Like, they're playing slow enough that I think if I just look convincing, maybe that'll be enough. You have one trigger in end phase. How many years will you take to realise it? This doesn't do anything in end phase, right? If a monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, well, this card and a fusion monster in your graveyard, you can special this. But there is currently not a fusion in... Well, there is one fusion in the grave, and I guess that'll stay there. It just leaves the field, right? 200 attack for each monster in your graveyard, which it would gain 400. If monster is special summoned by your opponent's activated monster effect. Okay. Which it won't be. And they're, yeah, getting branded fusion. That might be it. Oh, they're adding that back, but that doesn't, you know, give me, it doesn't give me hope. What are we getting? Slow internet. This does not feel great. Summon. Are you going to do something in response to this? No. Set. 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 End phase. Now what? What do you do? Yep. Button. Playing so slow. Alright, there's the Bellion. By shuffling materials. Yeah, okay. So this card cannot attack. Discard, okay. During the end phase, a fusion monster was sent to your graveyard. Yeah, I don't really like where this is going. But what can I do? I can, like, bounce Mirror Jade? That's the idea? Because they do just use, like, Albaz Albion to make Mirror Jade, right? Yeah, I've realised that I've been missing out on Upstart Goblin. But maybe they have Ash and maybe I haven't. Cool. You've used it. You have sent this thing again. And he'll be a big boy. But I don't think there's anything I can really do about that. It's just dangerous to keep things around, you know? This one can attack, and it's just live all the time. Although that punishment is not really a punishment. This requires a specific fusion material. We'll just bounce it. 3k is a big thing to get over. I don't think we're winning this anyway, but... you get an Upstart Goblin. Wow, that would be a good card to have on the field, wouldn't it? But yeah, anyway, cool. We weren't winning that. Right. Maybe if we'd played that a little different, we would have more cards in hand and maybe a slightly better chance of winning. We get to choose. Beats being told to go first and then expecting an OTK but just having to play into it anyway, because what are you doing? Might not be Yugioh, but I'd rather bank on the fact it is and have a low attack monster or low defense monster on the field. That is polymerization. Alright. What are you fusion something? Are you playing Yugioh, but just like, you know... no, because I'm pretty sure the other one has to be like field monsters, right? Oh, we're playing like Hero. Huh. That's funny. This doesn't trigger anymore like that. Are you doing like double Ab-Zero? Is that what this is? No. No, you're doing like the, where is he? This thing? Destroy a random card in your opponent's hand doesn't seem very nice. No, it's Brave Neos, okay. Cool. And what if Penguin Soldier? Just, you don't have monsters anymore. Bye. Sweet. The ultimate hero end board. Let's summon this. And just get off to the races, put some damage on the field. Or not. That's not its effect on the field. That is an effect on the field. Yes. God damn, they got it. Oh, that's literally the best card in the deck. And if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle. What is the text on Neo's Fusion? Text on Neo's Fusion might be I lose the game. During the main phase you can do, and special something elemental hero normal monster. That's not so bad. Can't believe they got the 50-50, my god. Yeah, okay, that's fine. What am I doing with it, you know? Yeah, sure. Do we die? Probably. We've got exactly Lightning Vortex to probably save us. This was normal summoned, but what do you summon? Is it Rainbow? If it's Rainbow, that is just the end of the game. No, Kluger. You can inflict damage to your equal to... so we're just dead. We're just dead. No. No, we're not. How are we alive? How are we not dead? Destroy by battles, you can special summon a Neo's Wise Man from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. What are the odds? They are playing Wise Man. I say again. What are the odds? They are playing Wise Man. Could you stop? Wait, did you add that to hand or did you just draw that? Did you just have two in hand? Shuffle it into the deck, add a hero. They added it back. That's the end of the game. Oh, that's just before damage calc. Yeah, I was not winning that. God damn. Yeah, there wasn't anything I could do. I just needed to succeed the head judging. I failed the head judging. That was a split second first. I'm scared. Tenpai, is that you? Maybe not. Set. Activate. Activate. Set. Activate. There is a reason they made me go first. And there is a reason we keep this thing around. They have a good amount of cards that don't do it. The trap card is one of them, but those 5 could be anything. Small saving grace, but there is basically a 1,000-point difference at the moment. That and this is Marshmallow. But they aren't doing anything. At least not yet. Either that or they're taking some severe amount of time to read their cards. I love the little snowfall. They aren't doing anything. Alright. Then we will simply brick you again. This guy's once per turn. You can only use this effect of Yugioh once per turn. Right. Summon. Oh yeah, everything's getting attack. What do you have that could possibly be in response to that? That's 24, that's 19, so that's 43. We're 1,000 off. Yeah, we are 1,000 off if we tribute summon this. No, we have game. When you opponent normal specials, special in defense. The controller of this card cannot exceed summon. Cool. That's just free tribute material. Right? Yeah, like there's nothing stopping me. Cool. Have it back. Summon it again, it'll be funny. So that's 50... Yeah, that there's 51. And that there... Yeah, so we just have game. Battle phase. So much for my anti-exes. They really just made it easier for us, you know? I'm gonna check his deck. It probably was just Gaia, but like... Yeah, they are playing Gaia. They're playing an assortment of hand traps. You've got Veiler, Ash, this, that, no Maxi. They're playing The 2 Raigeki, 1 Duster, 2 Dark Hole, 2 Super Poly. What's your Super Polys? I think they've had a run-in with Tenpai. I guess, no, this is just like, yeah, you natively... It could be better. Wait. Yeah, this could be like loads better. They must have bought the structure deck to do this. Where is the good monster? Huh. Well, back to the shop again anyway. Packs. We got some legacy tickets to open. We got a shiny Cucumber Horse. That is not a great super rare. Can you believe it? Rock monster with 1800. Yep. 2 of these is an attack lock. That is a zombie. That's not a bad attack stat. And that is removal. Actually, that's not bad removal. And we have 1 of these we can play now. That's pretty cool. I need to keep that in mind, that we have 1 of those we can play. Because you do also get those from one of these starter decks, I believe, or one of those, like, early game structures. Okay, we're getting Ancient Gear cards. That can go in the machine deck. That's technically something that blanks a battle phase. That's an anti-Tenpai thing. That's not our first, apparently. An opponent's monster declares direct attack, negate the attack, and if you do, negate monster's effects. That's also an anti-Tenpai thing. We can't summon it. We don't have enough monsters for that. That's our second Yugioh Golem. That's another Burning Abyss. Mayhem Fur Hire. Quick Play Reborn. That's pretty cool. See Fur Hire get a Quick Play Reborn. No strings attached. Sarctic on the other hand. And yeah, we're not playing the Sunvine Healer. The Ancient Gear Explosion is interesting though, as is that little Cyburst monster. Like, links exist. And that's another vampire. But, in theory, that should still be okay. This doesn't destroy itself. This doesn't have any self-destruct condition. This works on the others having a self-destruct condition. That's a little bit weird. Despot card. Can only pendulum summon despots. Yeah, otherwise scale temp would be a bit too good. I don't think we have other beast monsters. That's our second hammer. Face card fusion. That's our second royal rare. Okay. And wait, that opened a pack, right? Awesome. And that's our 2 level 4 noble knights. I was about to say 2 warriors. That's pretty cool, but no. This, on the other hand, that's another pack. Pledge of Sword. Wait, this is X-Saber Poker Knight. That's interesting at the very least. This is terrible. But beyond that, I don't really know. I feel like Rare's pretty good. This is okay. Like, X-Saber Bellum's okay. If you could note, that relies on way too much. Normal summon a level 10. We don't have a good level 10 to normal summon. Yeah, these are like... There are going to be very few cards here that are great, like, on their own. This is good. That's a Link 3 for Warriors. This one. That's a 2 tribute monster that is Pseudo Slifer. And yeah, it's kind of a field nuke. Well, let's stop daydreaming. Let's see what our one lucky pack can get us. Super rare. What do we get? That's kind of funny that we got that from outside the pack. Adamantipator. Nope. Guardian Trace. Which is funny that we didn't get that when we went into the artifact pack. Okay, we got X Sabers. When you take battle or effect damage while you control an X, gain life points, inflict, Saber spell trap, or Gothams. Okay, we'll have to like look at our spell traps. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. This could. This is Spirit Reaper, but big, and a level 3 tuner, so that might be played. Etox Hydra. That's not the hardest thing to fusion summon. Like, the materials are like completely generic technically. What fusion spells do we have? Do we have enough fusion spells to summon, like, a couple fusion monsters, or are we relying on Xyz summoning and such? Oh, while I was here, actually, I just want to make my point. Where's the Gaia? Structure contents. This guy. They just weren't playing the best card in their deck. Like, the whole point is that you can Spiral Fusion, use... I don't know... What are your best? Because, yeah, you get to this. Normal or specials? Nope. Where is... How do you do it again? Something to do with this. Spell trap with this guy. The Dragon Champion tribute. It's special. You can reveal. Nope. Spiral. I guess you have to hard draw one of them. No. So what is it? Normal. You can normal this, tribute to spec either this or this. But you probably spec this. Add this. This card is always treated as a guy of the Fierce Knight, so then you can add that. And that does mean that you're only then waiting on a fusion card of some kind. Okay, so it doesn't have any, like, one card combo, it's a 2-card combo at best. But, like, this deck isn't terrible. They... Unless they bricked horribly, which I guess they must have done, should have wiped the floor with me. Anyway, let's take a look at our deck contents again. Because I've immediately forgotten what we actually pulled. Right, yeah, we got our second Royal Rare. And we were going to take a look at X Saber. Okay, we have X Saber spell traps. We have 2 other monsters. When this card on the field is destroyed, you can add an X Saber. Oh no, by a card effect, sorry, not by battle. And that's possibly a special summon. That's a counter trap. That's Judgment. That's pretty cool, actually. If you control an X Saber Synchro, but we don't have an X Saber Synchro. Saber Vault. Each X-Saber gains 100 attack times its level, loses 100 defense times its level. 19, 26, 18. Still not worth it. Did we get anything? Oh yeah, we found out that we have the Anti-Tenpai. If this card is sent to the graveyard, not from the field, just sent. But it is an Anti-Tenpai. Have we been running into a lot of Tenpai? No, it's the end of the month. They are normally higher. Do we cut it for Sakuratsu? I don't know. That goes in the warrior deck. I should probably just, quickly do that. At the very least. Well. Yeah, we'll do that now. We're getting some dual pass things we can claim. Right. Where was it? Pop that in. And there wasn't anything else that goes in the warrior. Oh yeah, this goes in the warrior deck. And these two, because apparently we haven't put those in. And yes, that's what should be in the warrior deck. We'll cut this down to size at some point. Now is not that some point. And I don't think there was anything else for machines, right? Doesn't really look like it, no. No, there isn't. Fusion some of the Light Warrior Fusion. I don't think we have any. Oh wait, yeah. This goes in the machine deck. Because we're now starting to get, like, Ancient Gear cards. I guess, we now have two of these. Didn't we get Ancient Gear box a while ago? Yeah, we got Ancient Gear box ages ago, but I think we'd be better off playing that. You're playing this, 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 and this. Which is a lot of spell traps to your monster lineup for these guys. And I guess, yeah, while we're here, just take a look at the fusions again, check that none of these are light warriors for some reason. It's a light machine. That requires specific materials. That's an earth. That's a light warrior, but specific materials. Specific materials we don't have. We can cheat one of those materials. And, yeah, the rest of it's not important. Like Psychic. Okay, cool. Let's get back into it. We keep on, like, hovering around this point with, like, enough of a win rate that we seem to keep above 4 duels. But not enough of a win rate that we can actually, rank up. Maybe that changes. Dog just sits there. Most mates do a thing. Alright. 60, 15. Huh. I set Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then we set that, and we set this. There is probably a 28 3k stat line monster that is in the game, but I just can't think of it right now. Fusion Summon. Cool. What are you fusing? Do I have to be worried? Amazonas, maybe, actually. Empress. What does Empress do? Anything on summon? You place this card in your pendulum zone. Okay. Okay. Apparently setting Blue Eyes is not quite enough. Yeah, okay. Branded Amazoness? You see, others cannot be destroyed. This can. Special summon Amazoness Queen. You don't control it, so yeah, that's unfortunately fine. Amazoness Queen is like an old... Well, yeah, there you go. That's exactly what Amazoness Queen is. You don't have an Amazoness card in your graveyard. That could be their trap. I remember their trap being pretty good. We don't have a machine engrave. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Normal summon. Once per turn during the battle phase, you can special summon an Amazoness. After damage calculation, banish the opponent's monster. If this card on the field... wait. From your hand. Okay. Flip. And what do we have in here? We have those two. But anyway, it looks like we need one to run into it anyway. So we're just going to send this in. Oh, it's indestructible. Right, I just cost myself a monster. Was there anything I could do about that? No. Reading is not a forte, apparently. Okay, this is a problem. Genuinely. I've changed everything to a machine, but it seems they work off a naming convention. Much like everything. There are some decks which work off a type. Okay. Fire it here, why not? It's your call. Man, people are good at it. People are good at these coin tosses. Come on, what you doing? You're not attacking. I can deal damage, but I can't destroy by battle. I mean, I can do this. Huh. That I can. Tribute summon. Bounce that. Okay, special summon it. It has 200 extra attack. There's nothing you do. Yeah, there is one Amazoness spell trap in your grave. And that's fine. I don't mind you having that back. should have attacked into that one first. That's a slight error on numbers game. If a monsters you control, that's all it is. Right. You can now pendulum summon. Okay. Right, so Clockwork Knight dies now. But that's fine. It's not, actually, but I have to deal with it. And these stacks, or these Amazoness monsters are about to be big. There's one. Right. Can't be destroyed by battle, can be destroyed by card effects. And Sea Koala. I don't know why they didn't put this in attack. Okay. Yeah, just declare an attack on anything, which changes the stats by a total of 1,000. But it's 500 each way, which is not the end of the world. They do banish the... No, they just don't. They just die. Is control a beast? You have a beast. You don't have a beast. What are you doing? Special summon an Amazoness. Okay. Right, so the grind game is on. What are they summoning? Because at the moment, it does still die. If this dies... but yeah, if this dies, I can then summon Regulus on my next turn. Okay. That's a problem. But yeah, it cannot be destroyed with battle, so that's not an issue. And now we have a problem, because we can't set up our Omni Negate for that trap. I mean, I guess that does it. I have Earth Machines to add still. Bye. Okay, that's fine. You can summon Albaz. $3K, damn. What are they summoning? Is it less than 6, or is it less than 3, or... Add a poly. Yeah, they are very much playing around the column as they should. Let's put Regulus on the board. Let's take Regulus out of our hand, rather. I have this guy. That's what I have. It can be destroyed. It's just whatever we do banishes it. Or whatever hits it gets banished. Oh, it's mandatory. No, it's optional. They chose to destroy this. And, yeah, they've got everything going. There's nothing we can do. We played a little bit of... Well, some of that was slightly poorly done. But also, apparently, we just can't beat Amazoness. Maybe it is Chaos Max. But maybe it isn't. Set. Set. Have you bricked? If you have bricked, you will never unbrick. For I have burb. Oh, they might actually have bricked. Maybe, maybe not. A little difficult to tell. I could force them to at least, like, basically skip a draw. Wait, no, not this turn, I can't. Unless I get greedy. Set a spell trap. Okay, you know, I think it's not important to Yatta here. That is not a priority for some reason. Bingo machine. And that is kind of like the kickstart for the deck. We need to keep this in hand until we can clear this. So we'll try and get in for some damage. Oh, they've got a Blue Eyes. Which, that kind of has to be fine. I guess I could have... Can I book them? Yeah. No, opponent controls exclusively, okay. Excuse you. Huh. Yep, you get Blue Eyes. Congratulations, anyway. Opponent's card effects. That's Chaos Max. Come on, just get to the Chaos Max. I want to nuke your whole field. Let me. That's the wrong Chaos Max. Revealed special. Then summon your Chaos Max. Come on, just get to the Chaos Max. Am I dead? What does this do? Piercing. Well, it wasn't ritual summoned using Blue Eyes White Dragon. It was ritual summoned using that thing. Yeah. I think I'm very nearly dead, but I'm not there yet. What'd you just do? Okay. So you attack into this with that because you want to... Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, banish it. That's fine. Plus 500? Now, what do I discard? It might not be... I'm torn between discarding Yata and not discarding Yata. Anyway. I threaten you. I ain't gonna do anything for you. Puts Blue Eyes in your hand, I guess. You can special summon this card from your hand. I think it has to be this. And they have a negate for it. Currently controls until the end phase. Okay, then we have to do this the hard way. Bye. Punch for good measure. Right. If you fade a draw step, that's the end of the game. What did you get? That's like the best thing you can get. Why did... What? Right, you can't special... What did they target? This thing. Cool. Are you just ritual summoning this again? Oh, come on. What do you mean a field nuke isn't the end of the game? Use the monster on the field. You know you want to. Idiot. This comes back now. You're just clicking buttons. I'll know if you're clicking buttons if you activate this card. Not just clicking buttons. Oh, is that permanent? That is permanent. This cannot be destroyed. I will summon. Why do you happen to get, like, the one thing? I can't target it. Come on. How do they get the... That's frustrating. That just is frustrating. What is this? This is far from optimal. Okay. Next all. At this point, it's just, you know, carrying on for a little bit longer until, you know, I need to stop because, hey, if we can get some wins, right? Wins equals double the packs. And at the moment, that seems to be going okay, so we'll take it. Well, ain't that a hand of all time? 1548. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but that seems like branded. Just surrendered to the set 4 pass. It'd be funny. Come on. Sure. Can't be normal some mistake, intrigues. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. I can't beat Tritron. I'm not going to stick around trying to. Well, we got some fairly easy wins on the early part of the stream. This is, you know, this is the payback. It's not even 4 wins in a row, it's 4 wins in close succession. And we can't quite do it. Right, what do our 6s do? Pseudo skill drain. Set pass. 2 shared ride, okay. What have we got? I know I just looked over them. I think we normal. See if that sticks. What is it with these, like, well over 50 card decks at the moment? Cool. Set. What kind? Just synchros. Maxi. Not particularly surprised. Do we give them any more draws? Sure, we give them 1 draw. It's a pseudo skill drain. It's probably worth it. And the thing is, we can't actually, like, shared ride Max C, because Max C is draw. Send a monster from your deck to the grave. Okay, cool. We're about to find out why you're playing God knows how many cards. Is it Tearlament? No. The sleeves do not lie. Well, I take no damage. Okay. Dark Ruler does not feel optimal in a Sky Striker deck. Don't know if you can believe me. Just doesn't. Ash. You bricked on something. And you're taking this long to read it. No, okay. Do I let them land this direct attack? No. They can float. Well, that's fine. That gets destroyed. They get Ray. But then, if they want that send to grave, they have to cycle through another one. Yeah. They really want it. Oh. No, they don't. Wrong monster. You didn't get to engage, that's the wrong monster. What was that? It was engage. Take this. Destroyed by battle or leaves field by an opponent's card effect. Okay. We'll activate this as well. Take 1,000. Reading. See if they can work it out. Negate that monster's effects. Cool. Do you have 3 spells? No. No, you do not. You have to change something. Interesting. Idiot. Let's see, this and this. Or these two. What do you make? Those two. Gorilla. Okay. Main two. Set. Your move. I thought this would be good as a pseudo skill drain, but at the moment it's just an attack blocking thing. Which isn't bad. It's just not good enough. They have engage, they can search and draw. We get an upstart, but that's probably not going to cut it. Yeah, especially not when they just draw Ash. What's this thing anyway? So it's just you can check the contents of your main deck. That's not bad. Cool. No, how dare you? Yeah, I don't actually have the things to trigger it. Which sucks. Now they get a draw. I think we've lost. They've got the grind game up and going. It's not like them using the Ash did anything that really changed the game, I don't think. It's just unfortunate. I risked all and lost. Maybe the cards I gave them off Max C weren't important. But they probably were, because knowing my luck. Right, 2 options. It's the boring one. If it were actual Sacred Beast, your thinking stops there, you normal summon again, and you carry on. That's the worst Yugioh board I've ever seen. Set. Set. That cannot be destroyed by battle. We've got that, we've got that. So on. Last turn. come on, there isn't a thought... What are you doing? I will take your monster. Mine now. Ghost Bird can go here. Yugioh can go there. What kind of a Yubel deck are you playing that you're not going to combo off and that you're just bricked turn 3? How have you messed up so bad that it's just Yubel Phantom Pass? Okay, that's... No. You're doing actually nothing. You're doing less than nothing. Now, I know the whole point against Yubel is that you don't leave out huge attack monsters. But I think I'm gonna. Great. Damn it. Damn it. They played around the column. Well, this is funny. It's technically bad for me. But it is funny. What if we just... They've got Spirit in hand, it feels like. No. I got no idea what their issue is. But I've got their Yubel. It cannot be destroyed by battle. And I've got a 2k beat stick failing that. These cards do absolutely nothing, so I don't have any idea what they are. That's the full Yubel combo. Play into the column, it'll be funny. No. Were they just waiting for me to do something like just, you know, put a monster on the field? Tell you it feels like it. Is there anything I can condense my field into? I don't think so. Cool. Yep. Yep. I mean, you still have to get through 50% negate attack. Which apparently you can't. Shame I don't have any rank 9s at the moment. We're so close to being able to summon one. We can make a rank 2, or link 2 rather. I mean, you just destroy that card, right? Like, here's the thing. Like, if this is a proper Yubel deck, which I expect it is, they have, like, monsters with attack. Yeah, there's not much I can really do here. I can make this. But the thing is, I take damage from all Yubel monsters, right? And this is, wow, a Yubel monster. That doesn't matter. This does matter, which is unfortunate. I could, like, make it 15. Ain't much better. I guess that's not completely true. I can bounce whatever this card is back to the hand, give myself Unchained back. Cool. They must have just been waiting for me. Not going to bother risking it. We're going to see if we can bounce our own monster back to the hand. Behold the peak of Yubel. Not worth it. They have this on the field. Is there anything in the extract that kind of like outs this, so to speak? We've got this thing, which is kind of good. Yeah, that's good in this case. And this thing is, like, kind of good, kind of not. It's not bad, actually. We'd have to find a way to summon it, which I think is out the window because we gave up our tuna monster. I'm not sure they know what to do. And apparently we tribute summon 20 times total at this point. Well, win is a win. Let's get ourselves a legacy pack. I'm going to check their deck in a minute. I'm probably going to call it a night. A note its level. You know, old card text. I don't think we have a Crystron tuner that we can summon with this. We have like a Sulfefnir, I think, but that's not a tuner monster. I mean, even if we could do Crystron lines, I tried to look at constructed Crystron lines at one point. My brain could not handle. We keep on getting duplicates. Like this boy. Maybe it is worth playing that Necklord card. Searches them. During the main phase, quick effect tribute a monster, spec this. This is a level 6 spec. And if it's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can target a card on the field or on grave and banish it. That's another Guardian card. I think we might play that, just as a level 6 spec. That's another ninja. That definitely goes in the warrior deck. We're slowly building ninjas. And what about pack number 2? We are bleeding through gems. Ice Barrier. Plant Monster. Another Kawaki Miru. Spellbooks. We don't... Okay. Sure. It's a special summon. Plunder. Another Ancient Gear. It does count as an Ancient Gear monster. We should probably play it in Machine deck. Right. Yeah, given that it's the last mission, or last bit, we'll just... We got the American football. I'm not using it. We've got, you know, musical instrument. That'll do for me. Well, no, we are using the most up to date. It's free. Where are we at? There we go. Right, so let's check our match history. Oh, yeah, they're playing a very standard deck by the looks of it. They've not got the Link 4, but they have monsters with attack stat. They have monsters with an attack stat in the main deck. At worst, you contribute summon this. They're just a bad pilot. Anyway, what was I going to do? Yes, I was going to put cards in decks. Machine. We can put... Did we actually put it in? Looks like we did. Might as well. Just for the moment. Yeah. That'll do for the minute. Then go to our warrior deck so we can update with Ninja. Where is he? That one. I don't think there's anything else that we need. No. So just leave that as that. We will cut down on these and sort of like, you know, work it out over time. And as for the actual Masochist deck, we got this boy, who is a tribute to Spec. I think play it. I think Yata was fun but not good. This still searches this. End phase, yes, but it's still a search, and it gets us into this, which can then be used as link material on the next turn if it survives. This does also mean we can get to 10s, but I don't think there's anything we can particularly make now that we have this. Yeah, requires dragons exclusively. And the rest of it isn't particularly worth. Alright. And I guess that's where we leave it, and I guess that's where we end up for the month. Still, you know, just Plat 5. A few duels from it. If we take a look, this is the highest we've done. Sorry, that's not the right one. Where is it? How can you take a look at what you've been participating in? Yeah, there you go, participating. Look at that. It's like basically one more duel extra. That's all it is. And I am going to have to start getting better at my deck building. Or just more lucky with my games, because this is going to be rather expensive on the gem count if I don't. Anyway. Thank you all very much for watching. My name has been Cat Monarch, and I hope you all have a good day, eve, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I look forward to catching you guys on Monday. Bye for now.